What's happening? What's happening? What's happening, everybody? What's happening? Uh, Let me go over here and pin this comment real quick to the top of the chat. Then we gonna get to it. How y'all doing? How y'all doing? Y'all go ahead and filter in, filter in. And while y'all filtering in, get myself together. Where is it? Where's the? Oh, there it is. Pin, pin message. Okay, pin message. Why the first thing I see when I look over there is we got a green day. Shout out to homie Zay, man. I shout out to homie Zay on the pull up with the jokes early. Man. Welcome, everybody. Welcome, everybody. I would like to welcome you all to the price action recap for 9/28/22. If y'all don't know who I am, my name is Timothy Lee Rogers Sr. I get on Al Gore's internet every single day and do the price action recap, overnight price action, talk about economic stuff, talk about, man, I started Tim's Tidbit just to share everything that I knew about trading or investing. And then it dawned on me one day that it's only so much you can teach a person. You can't just keep teaching and teaching and teaching. You got to get to doing. So once I shared everything I know, man, I just said, look, I'm gonna go live every day and show people what a full-time trader would do in every situation, man. What I just get on the internet, get on Al Gore's internet every single day and talk about what we expect to see in the market that day. I'm primarily a swing trader. I do take day trades from time to time on the SPY or the ES futures. Y'all see Spidey back there, hence the name Spider Gang. What's up, Spidey? Spidey right there. What's up, Spidey? Hence, see that SPY on Spidey back right there? Because I primarily swing trade the SPY. But we still look at the price action every single day to see what the market can potentially do on that day. Are we in an uptrend? Are we in a downtrend? Are we getting a rally? Are we getting a pullback? Are we gonna get a trend day? Are we gonna consider? We just talk about the price action, man. If you want to talk about the price action with us, pull up every day, 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time for the overnight price action. Usually 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, but during football season, we're doing it at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time and talk about the price action recap. We even go live on Sundays and say what we expect for the next week. All we do is talk about the price action to help cousins like yourself get better acquainted with looking at charts, right? With looking at charts. That's all we do. All you do is spin records. That's all you do. Who know where that come from? Tell me where it came from. What's going on, Tanya? Praying that everything is okay, fam. Good evening, everyone. Always good to pray that everything is okay. What's up, Zay? Shout out to homie Zay. The homie Zay say he coming back with his channel. Y'all be ready, cause Zay be dropping them bangers. He say he gonna challenge us in different ways. He's trying to figure out the way he want to put a spin on it. Cause you know what I'm saying, everybody doing the same old, cause it's the same market. What else, you know what I'm saying? What else can you do? You know what I'm saying? But he say he gonna come with a different twist to it, and I believe it because this guy's an intelligent dude. Light-skinned it is, I don't know what, but he intelligent. Speaking of light-skinned it, who left the gate open? What's up, trader with a dummy? Another light-skinned it brother that I know that's got a dope channel. Oh, he finally posted a video. I'll show it to y'all in a minute. He posted a video that they had him and Mo had Zay on their show. What's up here to learn and share? What's going on, Hatter? Did you scale it today? I did. Look for the scale. Look for the scale. Look for the scale. Yeah, look for the scale. I took a little piece. Yeah, I took a little piece. Taking a piece. I actually took a little piece. I actually stopped myself out of a trade because I put my stop loss on. I don't know what I was thinking. I was trying to do the math on the fly, and I put my stop loss on at the wrong spot. So I ended up stopping myself out of a trade, and then I actually closed the trade. I had a short-term trade. that I got yesterday for this Friday, and I closed it today. But look for the scale, look for the scale, look for the scale. Yeah, look for the scale. I'm always looking for the scale, man. I really would like us to go down. Man, I ain't gonna get to that right now with you, Zay. I'll talk about that later. What's going on, Deb? What's Divadio, Towns, Gabriel? What name you gonna use next? Today was a bring it up to drop it down on GDP. I don't even know. I ain't even gonna hold you. I don't even know Towns. Cause it's like I was thinking back to try to remember. I even went back and looked at the old GDP numbers, right? Because I couldn't really remember what cause the GDP numbers wasn't terrible no more. If memory serves me correctly, the GDP numbers wasn't terrible no more. And then the third GDP numbers are usually less volatile. Like the first one typically be the most volatile, then the one in the middle, and then the only time the third one be like super volatile is when something drastic happened during that quarter. You know what I'm saying? And I was thinking back, and I'm like trying to remember the end of the second quarter. I don't know. I can't remember if the end of the second quarter of stuff was like bad. You know what I'm saying? If stuff was bad in the end, because the end of the second quarter would be like June. You know what I'm saying? And I know the market was tanking in June because it tanked in June off of GDP numbers in June because those was the GDP numbers from like March. You know what I'm saying? When stuff was like real bad. So it's like I was trying to, you know what I'm saying, think back to like, man, what was it like back then? So I can't even call it. I don't even know what it's gonna do tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as the GDP, because we get in the numbers for the entire second quarter. You know what I'm saying? And I can't think back that far. I've been making notes for the third quarter, right? And so based off my notes I've been taking for the third quarter, as far as like how things going in the economy, how the jobs going, you know what I'm saying? It's starting to, look at the end of the year GDP numbers, like October, November, December, especially November, December. It's starting to look, you know what I'm saying? I think them GDP numbers going to be a little bit more favorable. But like I say, man, I don't know what it's going to do tomorrow because I can't remember back. Because I know last GDP, I think the core, I just looked at it today, I think the core was like the headline might have stayed like flat, or was that PPI? I can't remember. I just looked at the numbers. I can't remember. But anyway, yes, it was a good day for the scale. Michelle Tucker, why you did it twice? You couldn't make up your mind? You want to say, hey, y'all, or you want to say, hey, y'all? What's up, Tiffany? What's going on? What's going on, Todd? That's when we started rallying in the face of bad news all the time. Oh, yeah. That's when we was rallying. Like the bad news wasn't tanking the market back then. But I was just talking about the actual numbers. Like the bad news wasn't tanking the market back then, but it's like not the actual numbers. I was thinking about like the actual economy, like what was going on in the actual economy back then around, you know what I'm saying, early summer, like when the kids was first getting out of school, because those are the numbers we finna get tomorrow. You know what I'm saying? In June, my nose peeling, those the numbers we finna get tomorrow. Like what was going, the numbers from like June, the numbers for the end of the second quarter. So I don't know, man. I just got a sneaky suspicion that the algos really don't care about the stuff. They just yeah, gas was sky high. So the headline, but man, was gas higher in June than it was in March? I can't remember, man. I don't know, but that's still a headline though. That's still a headline. That's not core. And the Fed focus on the core. They focus on the core, and they focus on PCE and non-farm payroll and initial jobless claims. You know what I'm saying? Anything dealing with jobs, and then they focus on the core. They focusing on stuff minus all the gas and gas prices and stuff like that. That's what the Feds focus on. But we'll see, man. Don't never try to guess what the market how the market gonna react to news, man. That's why matter of fact, that's why I closed my positions that I had for like yesterday. I had got some calls for this Friday because we took out the we made a new 52-week low. We took out the low, and the NASDAQ was like that close to taking out the low. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I get this for Friday. You know what I'm saying? Tomorrow probably gonna be a green to a sideways day. You know what I'm saying? And then so that'll give me some leeway to see if I want to go ahead and take it off. If it's a green day, I'll go ahead and take it off. You know what I'm saying? And booyah, it worked out. Speaking of the algos don't care about nothing. Let's talk about the price action real quick. And then what I want to do, I want to go up to like a higher time frame and look at like all three indices to see exactly where we at on all three indices. Because y'all already know I'm an algo conspiracist, right? Like the homie, shout out to homie Zay, man. The homie Zay, he be dropping some wise words. He was on his live the other day, and he said, choose your words wisely when you speak. You know what I'm saying? Choose your words wisely when you speak. And I know I get on Al Gore's internet and I say that I truly don't care about like the news, the economic events, the fundamentals. And I don't want to retract that statement. I want to amend that statement, right? So what I mean by I want to amend that statement is like I don't put a lot of weight on the news and the economic events when it comes to my trading, because I believe that the markets are ran by algorithms, and the algorithms just use the news to push the market in the direction it want to faster. You know what I'm saying? It just used the news to get there faster. Like if it want to get there super fast, when the news drop, the algo's gonna go with excuse me, I just had some pizza, y'all. Little Caesars. The algos start moving the market in the direction they want to go before the big news come out, right? Just like how we was talking about, like we were saying, okay, the market gonna rally, it's gonna sell down, then it's gonna consolidate before FOMC. Boom, it did that, right? The market gonna do what it gonna do, then it's gonna consolidate before GDP. Boom, that's what it did. We had 2 red days and we had a green day. And when you look at it, all of that is in a little consolidation. Matter of fact, let's go to the chart and look at it. Forget about talking about the price action. We went up. That's what we did today. Okay, let's go over here and look at Spilene. And we're gonna start. We just gonna get into what I really want to talk about. We talk about the price action every single day. So if y'all want to talk about something, put it in the chat. But we ain't gonna review the price action today. We're just gonna go to see where we at on all three indices and try to figure out a plan of attack. Right? Spilene, where you at, baby? Here I go. There she go. Hey, how you doing? Hey, Spilene, how you doing, baby? Now check it out, right? Remember what I said? Right, the market came down, then it consolidated right in front of GDP, tomorrow's GDP. Well, look what we did. We came down, consolidated. See, this is Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. So last week, Wednesday fell, Thursday fell, Friday fell off a cliff, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, right? Stayed in this same little area ahead of GDP. I'm an algo conspiracist. I say, hey, this is rigged. This is rigged. This is rigged, people. Look what we did. We came down and we flirted with these lows. We came all the way to the lows on Friday, flirted with them, and then ricocheted off. And then on Monday, we gapped down, pushed up, then came down and flirted with the lows again, the June lows. That's what I'm talking about here, people. We flirted with these lows again. And then what did we do yesterday? We finally took these lows. We finally took them. And when we took these lows, right, we came back up and stayed in the same area. And then today, what did we do again today? We came down and kissed these lows again. We've been flirting with these lows for several days. And we came and we kissed these lows again, flirting, and then pushed off and kept us where? Right in the same consolidation range. Now, if we would have tanked below these lows, that would have broke us out of this consolidation range ahead of GDP. Excuse the word range. It should have been range, R-A-G-E, ahead of GDP. But what did it do? It came back and flirted with these lows again, and then it pushed back up into the range. It got outside, it got beside itself. It got beside itself. It went outside the range. It came and got the sell side. We took out the sell side liquidity yesterday, right? The external sell side. Remember, our line was here. This is where our line was, right? We broke outside sell side liquidity, right? So today we came back. We touched some more external liquidity on the sell side. Then we turned around, and where do we deliver it to? To the external liquidity on the top. Lou, I'm going to need you to put something in the chat over there, Lou. Put it in the private chat so I can know that you're a real person and you're not going to try to let the bird out of the cage. Okay, Lou? Okay, Lou, just type anything in the private chat. And then when I see that you put it in there, you know, I'll know that you're a real person. Lou is not a bird. Okay, I appreciate you, Lou. How can we help you, Lou? Cheap cell phone, Lou. I can't hear you. Lou, going once, going twice. Lou, are you talking? Lou gone. Lou gone, y'all. Okay. So back to what I was saying. It got beside itself. It poked out the top, right? It poked out of the top, and then it pulled back into the range right at the end of the day. Kept us in this little consolidation range right there ahead of the news. Now, when the numbers come out, believe you me, the market is going to, the algos are going to take the market wherever they want to go. Now, we all know what I'm looking for on the SPY, right? I got my ideas of where the market may aim for, right? For those who don't know why I got these little light bulbs right here, these are ideas. You know, on cartoon, when you have an idea, it'd be like a light bulb. Excuse me, be like a light bulb up there, right? We got a bullish order block over here that we made on June 18th. We got a bearish order block over here that we made on September 19th, right? That's July 18th. I'm sorry. Right. So we got the market maker sell model right here. This entire move right here. That's the market maker sell model. We have come down, got below the liquidity here on the sell side, and we're consolidating right there. Right. This notes the completion of the sell model. Now, because we've finished the entire model, took out the sell side liquidity that the algos was targeting, and now we're just sitting here generating or engineering or soaking up, however you want to say it, liquidity right here in this area, consolidating, right? So once we get the news, right, if we start to rally over the next, you know what I'm saying, week or two, whatever, right, notice equilibrium from the top of our box, which is the last leg down, because we got this leg, this leg, this leg, right? We dropped. It looked like consolidation, but we actually dropped and pushed up, and then we got this leg right here. We're on this little leg right here from that high on the 21st to the low of yesterday, or the 27th. Equilibrium is right here at 375.09, right? Equilibrium is at 375.09. Well, Tim, why are you talking about equilibrium? I'm glad you asked that question, little Tim Rogers. The big boys like to sell at a premium, buy at a discount, right? Notice when we was coming down, even though this right here was a down close candle, right? You see this down close candle right here? You see where we opened up right there? We opened up way up there. That lets you know that's a whole lot of people with big money was buying right there because the market moved up off of this down close candle. The market moved up, right? This big down close candle that we had right here yesterday, this green candle right here lets you know that the algos were buying. Why? Because the market moved up. You see what I'm saying? The market moved up. So, you know, the big boys, they not like us. They buy when the market, they buy on when the market red. You know what I'm saying? We be trying to buy when the market green. You know what I'm saying? They selling to us because they bought when it was red, and now they selling to us on the green days. So you see how we closed way down here, but then we opened way up there and then sold off some more, right? We opened way up there because some big money was buying on this down day. Some big money was buying on this down day, and then we just repriced up. No matter what you tried to do today, the algos just kept repricing to the top. Repricing to the top. The algo said, I ain't coming back down for nothing. It was just a slow, steady up pace all day long. Matter of fact, I was sitting here waiting. I was waiting for price to come back to this breaker right here. I was waiting on price to come back to this breaker right there. Right? Get out of here. I was waiting for price to come back to this breaker right here. Never did. Look at that. Never did. Never looked back. Never. Show me where it looked back at. These hourly candles right here, right? We got one red hourly candle right here at 10 o'clock on the when we opened. I said I wasn't going to talk about this, but I can't help it. Right? We came down into this order block right here, pushed up off of it. You know what I'm saying? Came back down one more time to probably another order block, and there's someone on a lower time frame, and then it was off to the races. Never looked back. Once we got this breaking structure right here, and for anybody who don't know why I'm calling this a breaker right there, is because we came down, broke below these lows, right? Boom, made a new low, right? Came back up, came down, broke this low right here, right? Broke this low right here, and then quickly reversed and broke this high. Ding, 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 ding. That high right there is the breaker. Right there. That last up close candle right here is the breaker. Ding, 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 ding. Right? Because we came, broke through, made a new low, retraced, came down, made a new low. This high broke this low and quickly reversed, trapping people down here that went short under this low right here. So when we came down here and broke this low, then we retraced back up. When we came and made a new low, everybody who played the breakouts went short right here at this low. Why? Because we just broke through a level of support. Remember, 37.57 was support. We had just made a double bottom. We had just made a double bottom. We just made a level of support. We broke through, came back to retest it, right? Then came down again. Some people went short at 37.57. The ones that's most conservative went short at 36.34, and some of them went short at 36.57, right? Because we just broke through support, right? Once we broke through support and we quickly reversed, now they're stuck short. Now they're stuck short. And guess what just happened? They had their stop loss maybe here. If they had a bigger stop loss, they had their stop loss up here. But guess what the algos did? Got every last one of them. Took you out. Took you out. That's why that's a breaker right there. So now, once you make that breaker, it's a high probability trade to take that breaker long when price trades back down to this breaker. What did price not do today? It didn't trade in the normal systematic way. It didn't give you ebbs and flows. Price has ebbs and flows. Today, on the 60-minute time frame, we just went straight up. Now, you can see the candles. We went straight up from 6 o'clock this morning, set on the 7 o'clock candle. So from 6 o'clock this morning until 4 o'clock this afternoon, price just went straight up. That's not how price trades. Price goes up and down, up and down. So today was a classic algo repricing day to get us back where? At equilibrium or very close to equilibrium. This is equilibrium on the SPY. We are very close to equilibrium, trying to get us back up there so that if the news come out bad for the GDP, you know what I'm saying, we close enough to premium, let's go ahead and sell it down. You know what I'm saying? Now, if we would have really got back up to premium, I would have been like, oh yeah, they fun to try to dump this thing. But since we're not at the premium yet, I'm like, okay, it might not be bad. But anyway, let me go back to say what I was saying, right? I'm looking at price to come up here to these order blocks, right? And possibly go down Baby O Street in the Range Rover. Because we still, this ain't it. I ain't got them on the SPY, but we got a daily fair value gap there, and it's some other stuff that's resting below that. I got it marked on the ES. Let me see. It's some stuff that's resting below the bottom of our box. Let me put it on weekly candles right there. Boom. So I put it on weekly candles. We got the bottom of our box is right here at 35.71.25, and that's at the top of a daily fair value gap. It's a daily fair value gap. That's the top of a daily fair value gap, and it's right at a swing low, a weekly swing low from back in December 2020, right? And then we got a daily fair value gap right there, and we also got a weekly breaker, the body of a weekly breaker. Now the wick of that breaker is all the way up here, and look like we hit the wick of that breaker today. Let me move all this text so I can see if we actually hit the wick of that breaker. I can't clear out all my rectangles because I need the rectangles. Let me get rid of the text, all of the text, because I need my rectangles. Yes, no, we did not touch it. We came close to the wick, but we did not touch the wick of the order block. So we got a weekly order block that we're coming up on. That's below the low that we made today. And then we have a weekly fair value gap that we have down here between 34.14 and 34.73, which we made back in between October and December of 2020, right? October and December of 2020. And that'll bring us back down to the order block that we made on the confirmation move of the 2020, when they was pouring all the quantitative easing, when they're pouring money on the street. That'll bring us back down to the confirmation move of 2020. That's why I say I wouldn't mind seeing us go up there and then have one more dip down, just for my nerve's sake, taking care of all of this downside stuff from the 2020 run. Are the algos happy with that? I don't know, Raggy. Is this the place they want to get to with they wanted price to come to? I don't know, Raggy. Let's look at all three indices on the let's look at the NQ, YM, and the ES, right? Let's go to the YM. Looking at the YM, We're going to switch it over to monthly candles and peek at the YM, right? On the YM has accomplished that. The YM has got down and filled the fair value gap for the confirmation move of 2020. The YM has done that. I didn't even know that. I just saw that just now. The low on this candle is 28,866, and the high on this candle is 28,846. So it's 20 points away from completely filling this fair value gap right here on the confirmation move of the 2020 pop. So the YM has done it. The YM has done that. The YM has got all the way down to the confirmation move. You got this bullish order block right here on the YM. The YM has came all the way down and got into the wick of that bullish order block. Looking at the bodies of the order block, if you're in the mind frame of only want to trade off the bodies of the order block, you're still, what's that, 28,379. Do the math yourself. 886, 28,886 minus 28,379. I ain't gonna do you like that. I'll pull up a calculator. 28,886 minus 28,379. Did I say 500 points away? So you're 500 points away from touching the body of this order block at the confirmation move of the 2020 bull market. And for anybody who don't know what I mean about the confirmation move, is this is the 2020 low, right? We made this in March 2020. We came up, right? Had a pullback, and then we took off. This was the confirmation move right here. This leg right there. This was the confirmation move. It was like, is it real? Oh my God. Is it real? Oh my God. Yep. Gone. That's it right there. That's what I mean by the confirmation move of the rally. This leg right here confirmed that this was a real rally, right? This was a real bull market. That was the confirmation move right there, right? So we have come back down on the YM and erased all of that, what we did ever since October 2020. October 2020, well, let's just say, yep, October, because that's October. Everything that we did since October 2020, we have erased all of that, right? We erased all of that on the YM, on the monthly level. So the YM, if the ES was in the same position, I would be like, to the moon. Let's go to the moon, baby. All right. This is where I would love to see the ES set right there. Does it have to get there? He ain't got to do nothing. Market don't care what little Timmy Rogers want. Let's go to the NQ, see where we at on the NQ. Did it switch? Charlie, I'm charged. Oh yeah, it did switch. It switched. The NQ. What is this line here? Get out of there, line. Okay, so the NQ this is March. NQ look drastically different. Okay, we've come back to their confirmation leg was a whole lot different. Because we had March. We didn't get the confirmation move until the end of 2020. We just ran. And tech just ran. Oh yeah, this back when people was becoming Tesla millionaires. When you just close your eyes and just throwing it at the dartboard and just this when I wasn't trading options and I ain't know how to trade options and I ain't know how to read price action. This when I wish I knew what I know now. So you know what I'm saying, I could have been a tech billionaire too. But we have come back down to the bullish order block on the NQ, right? We're at the bullish order block on the NQ. We still got a whole lot going on up under here. We got some nice fair value gaps up under there on the NQ. We got fair value gap there. We got fair value gap here. We got gap after gap after gap after gap on the NQ. We got a lot of gap work on the NQ. Got a whole lot of stuff down there on the NQ. I'm getting tired of marking. Another one right here. It's another fair value gap right there on the NQ. No, we don't have a volume gap there. We got a slight volume imbalance there. We got a slight volume imbalance right there that we didn't quite get to. And if you don't know what a volume imbalance is, it's like, you see how the bodies don't touch between July 2020 and August 2020? Like the wicks overlap, but there's a gap in between the bodies. That's a volume imbalance right there, right? The market typically likes to clean those up too. Do they have to? They ain't got to do nothing. They don't care what little Timmy Rogers want, but it's a lot of downside work from the 2020 run on the NASDAQ. And the NASDAQ, let me look back at the YM chart again. And the NASDAQ broke the lows real nice. Look at the NASDAQ came down in them lows real nice and filled that fair value gap. The NQ still ain't even, wait a minute. This that continuous contract. So this ain't gonna look right. Let me look at the right contract, man. Because the continuous contract, for some reason, it be showing the old contract for the current, for the candles and stuff. NQ Z 2022. And see, I'll be using the continuous so I can go back, but on here, this not even showing that we took it. Let me see, 11,135, and let's say 11,141. But I could swear it showed it on. I could have swore it showed it on Ninja Trader that we had took that low. We had took that yearly low. Let's see. Nope, we didn't. 11,145. 11,141. Nope, we didn't. I could have swore we took it. I could have swore we, say the same thing. 11,145. Wait a minute. 11,141. Oh, my line's backwards on there. 11,141. No. 11,140. No. That's 141 lower than 145, right? I'm not tripping. 141. This says 11,141, 11,145, and this is 11,141. Yes, 141 is lower than 145. The wicks just ain't showing it, but we barely peaked below it. That's what I'm saying. We barely peaked below the low, right? And then the ES, right? In the ES, we got below it. Yeah, not as good as the YM, but we did get lower than the NQ on the ES. The YM had a deep run on the June lows. The ES, you know what I'm saying, barely, you know what I'm saying, poked down there. And the YM, the candlestick's not showing it, but the price is. And even though this is the old contract, but what was the new one? I don't know, but the price, it was showing that we poked below it. But anyway, that's where we stand on all three indices. So that's why I'm still in the mind frame of I'm still in the mind frame of we possibly can take one more trip down, especially if we just continue to push up for a little while, that's going to leave us with relative equal lows on the ES, right? Especially if we continue to push up for a little bit, even if we push up, you know what I'm saying, for 2 weeks, even if we push up for a month, even I don't care how long we push up, that's still going to leave us with relative equal lows on the monthly chart. And the relative equal lows are a price magnet, especially when they're combined with a fair value gap, a volume imbalance, you know what I'm saying, and a order block down here. Because the order blocks are typically set as a point for the algos to remember where they want to come back to. They want to come back to this spot for a reason. You know what I'm saying? They want to come back to that spot for a reason, right? So, I think that's it, man. I think that's all I got. I think that's all I got. Hopefully, I said something that made sense to somebody. As y'all see, the bottom of our box has not moved. The top of our box has moved because we took the external liquidity to the sell side, and then we delivered the liquidity to the external buy side above our box. Now we're in this daily gap down, and we're just a stone's throw away from equilibrium from the last leg of this humongous bear trend. We're on the last piece of the leg right here. We're almost back to a premium of this last piece of the leg. So that's it. Let me see what y'all talk about in the chat, man. Let me see what y'all talk about in the Zay. Stop typing all them dissertations in the chat now. If we're talking about June, and yes, gas peak was about May, start to come down in June. Okay. Yep. I'm assuming you saying yep to Zay. What's up, Colleen? When you slid up in here, they teased those lows to get retail all buried up and now about to rally, and then we'll turn around later. Sound good. You just said it more eloquent than me. My apologies. Clicked on accident. Thought the link was a better connection. YouTube is choppy. It be choppy. Do I be chopping up on y'all? I'm just tripping right now. But do I be choppy? What I miss? What's good? Cool it now. Watch out. You missed me saying that. What's up, baby? Hey, how you doing? That's my sweetie, y'all. I took that picture of my sweetie in the backyard years ago. 2 years ago, a friend of mine asked me to say some MC rhymes. Agreed. I got a feeling the market makers are going to rally in the face of GDP and PCE, then possibly go short non-farm payroll week, but we'll see. It sounds very good, Zay. That sounds very good to me. That like you just saying it more eloquent than me. You saying it more eloquent to me than me. Again, you see, and this is why I'm an algo conspiracist. Because notice what Zay said right here, right? He said they're going to rally in the face of GDP and PCE and then possibly go short non-farm payroll week. GDP, PCE, and non-farm payroll, those are all economic events on the economic calendar. And what I say, the algos use the economic calendar to push the price where they want to go faster. They push it where they want to go faster. When we get them big moves off of economic news, that's just the algos using that news to push it where it want to go faster. And like I said before, I was saying before, I want to amend that is because that stuff is very important to trading, to investing, to everything. All that stuff is very important. You need to know this stuff so that technical analysis, it gives you, it helps you find entry points, right? Fundamental analysis helps you figure out the value of the asset that you're trying to invest in. You know what I'm saying? Economic data, it lets you know, is this the time to be investing or trading. That's the way little Timmy Rogers breaks stuff down in his mind. You know what I'm saying? The economic data lets you know, is it time to be trading or investing right now? What's the narrative going on with the economic data, right? The fundamental data says, is this asset at a discount in value? Is it at a discount in value? Is it overpriced in value? You know what I'm saying? Do it make sense to buy this company trading at 30 times earnings? Are they capable of keep being profitable over the next X amount of years when they're trading at 30 times earning? Is that sustainable for this company? You know what I'm saying? That lets you know the value of the company. And then the technical analysis, it helps you find your entry. You know what I'm saying? Okay, we 20% off the highs. That's a discount for me. I'm gonna buy this company, you know what I'm saying, at this time right here. Or we coming up on a support line. We coming up on a 200 EMA, right? We coming down to the 200 EMA. I'm going to buy now. You know what I'm saying? Because the company I want is at a good value. You know what I'm saying? The economic information is, you know what I'm saying, we getting ready to turn around. The technical chart showing we approaching the 200. I'm gonna buy it right now. You know what I'm saying? You need to know all of this stuff to formulate your strategy. That's why I say I want to amend that, because my wife always say you're a fully realized influencer, so you got to mind the words you say, because people take it to heart. And shout out to homie Zay. Zay said choose your words carefully. So that's why I just want to clean that up. I don't want people to be like, hey, I don't want to, Tim don't care about the economic stuff, so I don't care about it. No, you got to care about that stuff. When I say stuff, it means something different in my mind. Don't worry about me, y'all. What's up, Kevo? What you pulled up in here? Live over. Robinson here. That's it. Y'all get off my live. Go. What's up, Robinson? That was when I had no real clue what I was doing, but my call still got, and I finally got out of debt. I don't know. I don't. Okay. I don't know. Did I read it? That's when I had no real clue what I was doing, but my call still got, and I found. Oh, you talk about back in 2020. Okay, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, buddy, that NASDAQ coming down hard, Tim. What's up, 100? What's up? Hey, tell Jasper I said, what's happening? Bear season, cool it. You've been hanging out with Stock Chaser and 100 too long. You've been hanging out with them too long. I appreciate that. Y'all hit the like button if y'all like what you heard, man. I think that's all I got. I don't see nobody pulling up. I don't see nothing else in the chat. I appreciate y'all for hanging out with me, man. Hopefully I said something that makes some sense to somebody. At the end of the day, man, stick to your plan. No matter what let Timmy Rogers do, no matter what ICT do, no matter what Zay do, no matter what Mark Monroe do, no matter what Dave Ramsey do, no matter what Jim Cramer do, no matter what nobody do that you may see on the internet. The reason why I do this stuff right here is to just talk about the price action, talk about the economic information in a way that I understand it, in the hopes to help give somebody that aha moment, and then they can internalize it and then make better decisions when it comes to their trading or their investing or whatever. I'm not trying to recommend nothing. You know what I'm saying? Trading and investing is a lonely profession. Everybody out there trying to take your head off. They trying to, believe it or not, everybody trying to take your head off, because when you buy something, somebody sold that to you, and both of y'all trying to make money. So guess what? You trying to take somebody's head off, and somebody trying to take your head off. You know what I'm saying? I just want a hip. I don't want the whole plate. Tell me where that come from. I bet you don't know where that one come from. I just want the hip. I don't want the whole plate. Don't put the 2 on the 10. No need to perpetrate. Tell me where that come from. But yeah, man, Hey, stick to your script, stick to your plan. No matter what little Timmy Rogers do over here, I try to just give the information the way I see it. Try not to be biased. Sometimes I get stuck in my bias. Shout out to homie Zay. I hope you and your wife and your daughter wearing the t-shirts well. But sometimes I get stuck in my bias, just like every other human. But I try not to be biased when I deliver the information. I try to show what levels I'm looking at on both sides and why I'm looking at them levels on both sides. That way, if you bearish, you know what I'm saying, you may agree with what I say on the bearish side, but then you be like, man, let me look at this bull's case that he just said, because I might have missed something, and vice versa. That's all I try to do, man. That's all I try to do. And again, if y'all want to tap into somebody that I believe give it to you the same way, when the homie Zay the wealth strategist, when he start doing his videos again on a regular basis, y'all need to tap in with this brother, because it's like if me and him talk on the phone, or if me and him talk on a chat, or if me and him just talk on DMs, it's like he always say something that make me go back and look a little bit harder. You know what I'm saying? Make me go back and look a little bit harder. You always want people in your corner that challenge your thought process. You don't want a whole bunch of yes men and yes women around you. You want somebody that challenge your thought process in this game right here. Only the strong survive. When you get complacent, you get killed. It's just like the military. You get complacent, you get killed. Only the strong survive. You got to stay sharp. In the military, the drill sergeant used to say, stay alert. And we had to say, stay alive, stay alert, stay alive, stay alert, stay alive. Stay alert, stay alive, man. It's dog eat dog out here. Hey, man, if your loved one's still around, man, call them up. Let them know that you love them. Ain't nobody promised tomorrow, especially if your parents around. If you're an adult, your parents subject to be elderly. Ain't nobody promised tomorrow. Just because they elderly don't mean they gonna pass away. Young people die every day. But call your parents, tell them that you love them. Call your grown kids, tell them that you love them. Kiss your kids, kiss your spouse. Let them know that you love them. Kiss your little fur babies. Shout out my grandpa, Nevaeh. Shout out Snoopy. Shout out Jasper. All the little furry loved ones in the spider gang. Hey, man, tell the people you love them now while you still can. Don't be like little Timmy Rogers. I still live with regret. My dad died in 2002. At first he was like an hour away. When I was staying in Hinesville, he was an hour away. I never went across the bridge to see him. And then when he moved back after he found out he was sick, and he just was gone just like that. Every time I went to go see my daughters, I was like, we're gonna go see granddaddy next week. We're gonna go see granddaddy next week. Kept kicking the can down the road. And then a year later, he was dead. I live with regret every single day. Tell your parents that you love them while you still can, man. I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all for all y'all prayers. Still praying for the family and friends down there in Florida. You know, hopefully it'd be another typical hurricane season where, you know, it'd be a whole lot of getting ready for nothing. But you never know, because everybody thought it was going to be a lot of getting ready for nothing when Katrina went through. And look how that turned out. Just praying for the family and friends in Florida, man. I appreciate y'all for pulling up, man. I see y'all in the morning. We're going to do this thing called the overnight price action recap. See you at 9 o'clock, man. Gone. Yep.